students, welcome to Edurific. So till now, we have learned how to sketch simple shapes such as a square and simple patterns such as a triangular pattern or a pentagonal pattern and a little difficult patterns with designs such as that of a decagonal pattern and a square. So now in this session, we shall create an illusion. Firstly, let us learn what an illusion is. An illusion is an instance of a wrong or a misinterpreted perception of a sensory experience. So, shall we create an illusion that is basically a deceptive image that is not interpreted correctly? Shall we begin? So, in this session, we shall be creating illusions, one with a sketch and the other with a pattern. So firstly, for creating an illusion with a sketch, we should start with a normal sketch. How do we do that? For that, we shall go to the Actions category, drag the Move Forward command, place it in the Scripting section. Now, we shall be removing this value and deleting it. Instead, we shall be going to variables and adding the counter variable. What is the counter variable? So, the counter pattern, that is, increasing or decreasing numbers, is a common and incredibly useful pattern in programming. So, this counter pattern can be used to make images flat, that is, illusion, across the screen to count down a timer or keep tracks of the clicks. So basically, it returns its current value. So now, since we have now defined the counter variable, we shall be now dragging the turn right command from the Actions category and adding the value 53 degrees, anything random, where I'll be choosing 53. So now, to understand the counter pattern perfectly, we shall be adding the loops category and the for loop out here. Now, we shall change it to counter. So for every counter from 1 to 300. So basically there will be 300 counters and each counter is counted by one time. Now, as a whole, to sum up, we'll be making a line moving forward by a counter pixel. This counter pixel will be extending from 1 to 300 units and each time it will be turning 53 degrees from 1 to 300 units. Let's see how this works. So firstly, we shall be placing these commands inside the loop, and now for executing the code, we shall be clicking on the Run button. So as you can see, the artist starts drawing lines from 1 unit to 300 units with 53 degrees turn. So the first line will be of 1 unit in length and the last line drawn by the artist will be of 300 units. Till then, there will be a timer which will count the number of clicks, that is, which will keep a track of the count, which is that called the counter. So as you can see, our whole artist board is filled. Till the artist reaches 300 mark, it will be keep on filling. So as you know, We have just created a small pattern, but if you just look at the pattern, all of a sudden what you'll realize is that it is an illusion. Now we shall be using a similar thing, but instead of creating a sketch, we will be using that for a pattern. As you have seen, we have already created an illusion with a sketch. Now in this, we shall be creating an illusion with a pattern. How do we do this? So we'll be basically choosing any pattern and using that pattern to create our illusionary image, which is a deceptive image. So for this, we shall be going on to the brushes, category, drag the set pattern command, and click on the pattern to choose the different kinds of patterns. So I shall be choosing this pattern for my illusionary image. And now I shall be placing this and assembling it in my script. Now, since our pattern is chosen, we shall now go again to the actions category, drag the move forward command. Now again, like in the previous one, we should be removing this value and now go to the variable section, drag the counter variable. That is, now each time increasing or decreasing numbers is common, and so the counter pattern can be used to make an image on the screen to count down a timer or to create stack of clicks. So now, just like we have used in the previous section, we shall be using the counter variable, and again go to actions, drag the turn right command and randomly put an obtuse angle. Or any random angle. So now our commands are ready. For this to be executed, we should go to the loop section, drag the for loop, and place all of these commands here and adjust the settings for the for loop. That is, we will be saying for counter that from 1 to 300. So to sum up, for every counter from 1 to 300, the angle will be changed by 62 degrees till the counter reaches 300 units and a pattern is formed. So every count is increased by 1 unit. For that, we shall be entering 1. Now, to see the code has been executed, we shall be clicking the run button in the visualizing section. So as you can see, our pattern has begun being drawn by the artist. So basically, the artist starts with the pattern having 1 unit in length and next tilts it to 62 degrees, this time having 2 units in length, and so on, goes on till making it 300 units in length. And when the artist reaches 300 units in length, it finally stops. But during the process, a pattern of an illusionary image is being created. As you can see, the image spirals around as the artist goes on making each of these lines. So with each and every pattern drawn by the artist, it increases by 1 count. So this first pattern line drawn by the artist is of 1 unit, while the second is 2 units, and so on. The last would be of 300 units, with each differing by 62 degrees So as you can see, the artist has almost drawn the whole canvas of the visualizing section and continues to draw till he reaches the 300 mark. Now he stops. So in the process, he's created an illusionary image. So as you can see, we have created two illusionary images in this session, one with a normal sketch and the other with a pattern. So in this session, we have now learnt the use of the counter variable, basically which keeps a track of the clicks and counts from 1 to so on the given number. I hope you can use different other patterns or images to create such illusionary images. And I hope you have enjoyed this process and are amazed by the illusionary patterns we have created. Thank you so much.